On this edition of Coyote Nation TV, learn what the phrase social distancing actually means and hear from Dr. Gray while she answers some of our Coyotes' most asked questions. Today is March 27th, 2020, and Coyote Nation TV starts now.
Hey Coyotes, I'm Amrita Sundaration and welcome to this edition of Coyote Nation TV at my house. As we know, the world around us is changing, and one of the biggest changes we've had so far is switching to online school. We asked you guys on our Twitter and Instagram about what questions you may have about this so we can get all your answers from Dr. Gray.
I'm Isabel Milford, and I'm here with Dr. Gray, which thank you for being here, by the way. I really appreciate it. And we just have a few questions for you regarding the whole COVID situation, how that's impacted our learning.
Sure.
So our first one is, how prepared is the district when it comes to COVID?
I think the best way to be prepared is to be in a position to offer this social distancing that's being recommended, and the district then uses the eLearning platform to provide that safe social distancing. And they have started looking at the possibility of moving into an e-learning platform way before any of this came down. So like maybe a month ago, they started talking about it. And so when it did happen that we needed to go into an e-learning platform, they were ready. So you may have noticed that Frisco ISD was a little ahead of the curve. We were up and running faster than some other districts, and that is because the district already had started thinking about what this would look like. And so they were prepared to move into this faster than maybe some of the other districts did.
Do you have an idea of how long that e-learning will be going on for?
Honestly, I do not. We get weekly updates, and my last weekly update was that decision wouldn't be made until next week. So I know that they're trying to take this in small chunks. It's a big decision to make, and because the world changes so quickly and things change day to day with you know, everything that's happening out in the world and orders that are put in place by cities, then we just kind of have to be a part of the bigger picture, which makes us move a little slower and make decisions, you know, take a little bit longer to make decisions.
Mm-hmm. After the president said that he wanted things to go back to normal before Easter, a few of our students started wondering if that would be the case for school as well, or if you even know that yet, or if you think it's a possibility, or...
I don't know that. I do know that Dr. Waldrop, though, is working with people all the way from like the city of Frisco all the way up to the education, the Board of Education, like way up at the Texas state level. And so he has a lot of people, also a group of superintendents that he works with. So there's a lot of people who he kind of confers with and makes decisions with. And so I think it's just, Frisco is just part of like a bigger system. And so however all they make their decisions and what they base that on, I don't know, but I hope to know something next week.
We have control over it anyway, so.
Right.
So right now it's looking like we're going back to school on April 3rd, correct?
So April 3rd is the end of this window. So we knew for sure that we were extending e-learning through April 3rd. And then at that time, we would reevaluate what was going on and what we needed to do. So next week is the week that ends on April 3rd. And at that time, we'll make a decision about whether we're ready to go back that following Monday or if we'll need to stay in this e-learning platform for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of my peers are starting to miss their friends, so they kind of want to go back to school, and especially the seniors, you know,
Mm-hmm.
They're worried about events like their prom, Six Flags, and all those things, and they're just wondering if that's still even going to happen.
Right. And the district understands how important those things are to kids, and I think the easy answer would be just to, you know, go ahead and cancel everything. That would be the easy answer. But because those things are so important and because senior year is such a big deal, they're waiting as long as absolutely possible to make those decisions. So they continue to try to, like, if we can make prom happen on the day we have it scheduled, we're going to make prom happen on the day we have it scheduled. So we don't want to cancel things earlier than we have to, which unfortunately means that, we get kind of pushed right up to that deadline of when that event is scheduled. But it's just because they know how important those things are and they want to make those decisions very carefully.
Mm-hmm. So where can we look for updates regarding events like prom?
So I put out a newsletter every Sunday. So that's a really good place. If you are checking your email, your parents' email, and that's just another point. Teachers are like, please tell kids to check their emails because they get so much information there. But I put out a newsletter every Sunday with any updated information that I have. There's a parent FAQ that is attached there that has information. A lot of the questions you're asking, there's information on there. And then if there's any big announcements that are made, it'll come from the district. We'll send an email or on the district social media platforms, or I'll send like a special update newsletter if there's big announcements that are made. So really email, social media, those are the best places to get information.
Okay, so you guys make sure to check your email for your teachers and also just for an update for everything. And all your social media like you normally would. And thank you guys for watching. Hope that answered your questions. And thank you, Dr. Gray. Back to you, Amrita.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gray, for taking time out of your busy schedule to help our students. Our teachers are also here to answer your questions during their e-office virtual hours from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Also remember that all e-learning assignments for each week will be due on the Sunday of that week at 11:59 p.m. Now I know this situation has left a lot of us sitting at home being bored, thinking when will I ever get to go outside again? Well, CNTV's Gabby Carden asked our Coyotes about how this social distancing is affecting them and why it's important to keep on practicing it.
A little over half of the states in the U.S. have issued some type of stay-at-home order. This includes our area in Collin County, Texas. But before this, our school closed its campus, and it is unclear when or if we will go back. Some Coyotes have had difficulty being primarily at home for different reasons.
Oh yeah, for sure. My sports are canceled now. I'm always stuck in the house with my family.
Work has actually been postponed. I actually got a new job, and it's hard because I can't do the training in order to prepare for opening day.
Even though we are going through some tough times, keeping the distance could help in the long run. Dr. Antonio Martos Jr., an MD trauma surgeon and critical care doctor within the University of Miami's hospital, has more information on how our social distancing is slowing the spread of COVID-19.
When you're young, you're fearless most of the time, right? So I would say, nothing's going to happen to me, I'll be fine, I'm strong. But listen, you can be fine, but maybe your parents could not be fine, your uncles or grands, right? So again, it's a time that you be united.
For the past month, I haven't been able to see my grandparents, and whenever we do, we have my cousins come over because they live just a little bit away from us, and we usually invite our grandparents, but they can't come because we don't want them getting sick, just in case.
But the best way to support sometimes is just remotely. It's a time to really help people to understand that it's important to slow down and to keep the distance, right? So the people that are in the hospital right now, they are sick, but they have 10 times, 20 times more people that are not sick yet that may be sick in the future. So when you try to slow down the infection rates, what happens? The infection and the people that are sick are going to grow slowly, right? And then the healthcare system can take care of these people.
Dr. Martos and others are hopeful that by staying home, this virus can slow its rate of infection.
It's not so that everybody doesn't get sick at all. It's so that not everybody gets sick at the same time, so the healthcare system doesn't get overwhelmed with millions of people needing treatment all at once.
I hope everybody from school is going to understand the message. And I truly believe that if you all do our homework, right, in a few months it's going to be over and you're going to be safer.
I'm Gabby Carden, reporting for Coyote Nation TV.
If you follow us on Instagram or Twitter, then you would know that Stuco applications are now due on April 3rd at 11:59 p.m. You can find the link to the blank application and the submission link on both our socials. As always, our Twitter is at Coyote Nation TV and our Instagram is at Heritage Student Media. That ends our first at-home edition of Coyote Nation TV. Also, don't forget to watch our next show next Friday. I'm Amrita Sundaration, and you stay classy, Coyotes.